lot of
Say
it.
something real quick.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
All right, I was just gonna say I heard something interesting, and I kind of agree with it. The failures of capitalism push people toward socialist solutions and fascist solutions. I'm just saying you're witnessing that. You're witnessing this shit right now. That's what happens.
People on the
When
right.
the system doesn't work, that's what they look toward.
The Trump people aren't wrong when they say something is fundamentally wrong with the way things are run right now. They just want to blame immigrants and like brown people and women and gays as opposed to, you know, the fucking lizard people who run everything, who have all the money and refuse to share it with anyone unless you fucking put a gun to their head. And that's what it's gonna kind of take. You need to force it out of their hands. It's gonna be tax, and then you have to go enforce that shit. Once you set the tax in place, you're gonna have to break down some doors and take the giant Scrooge McDuck money bags away from them. Like, that's the only way anything changes.
Mr. Lizard Person, what is your goal on your Republican platform? Keep all the resources away from the lessers, so when I die with it all, I win.
Yeah.
Do you want to be buried with your democracy? Is that what Lizard Man just asked for?
Oh, no. Bury me with my democracy.
Can I touch on two things really fast?
Definitely.
I just want to remind everyone really quick that there's a lot being thrown around about the other side, and I just want to remind you guys of one specific thing. If you were brought up in a house that only watched Fox News, only talked about what they heard on Fox News, and that is all that was taught at their schools, in their districts, that their friends, don't ever forget that there are people out there who don't know this side. Please do not jump down people's throats when they have a wild opinion, because yes, there are people out there who just want to watch the world burn, and that's fine. And one of them got elected, whatever. But there are people out there who do not know better because of how they were brought up. That is not their fault. And yelling at them will never help. Speaking with them really does. Because I've been working with some crazy conservative people most of my life. And I've been working with them most of my life. I have a very small industry. And I've watched their opinions change.
On the flip side, without putting down the other side, to anyone who does not want to engage, they don't have to.
No.
This next election is not about converting anyone.
No.
It is about producing turnout.
Look, motherfuckers, we won by 3 million votes last time.
That was the second topic. Thank you.
Like,
perfect.
You don't. If you have the fortitude to reach across the aisle, do it. You might find some wonderful surprises, but if you don't, you don't have to. The real genuine gem of what we are trying to do is to get people to come into the fold and be part of the process. Because statistically, the people who would come into the fold want these progressive changes. They identify that the history of the world, as it has been, got us to here, and it doesn't need to keep being that way.
Only 24% of the electorate voted for the president.
Yep.
24%.
Half of the country of eligible voters turned out to vote.
And 25% of them voted for Clinton. But you know, weird that, isn't it funny?
Get people interested just enough. My tactic is I know a lot of people that don't understand, or they're like, oh, it doesn't affect me, or what can I do? It's not going to matter. And that is systemic. And it's not without blame, because people do feel uncared about. But if you get them en masse to care about human lives and empathy, you will see drastic changes. We can have gay space socialism, goddammit.
It's not enough to win anymore. If you're a Democrat, if you're on the left in any capacity, the Democrats I don't necessarily feel are on the left, but if you're either that or a leftist, you can't just win anymore. Like, you have to fucking destroy to even get even, like, to even have half the seats. You have to landslide these fuckers, because everything's been gerrymandered to absolute shit. The electoral college system has made sure that, based on an old system of like slave states and not slave states, they're making sure that rural places where no one fucking lives, their vote counts more than yours. If you live in California, if you live in New York, holy shit, you have to come out 3 times as hard as somebody who lives in like Iowa or Montana or even frickin' South Carolina. Like, your vote genuinely does not count as much, so you have to get 5 more friends to also vote along with you. Like,